Ready for action.
Man, it's something I think about a lot, honestly. It's just like looking at the world objectively and seeing our activities that we choose to do. Are we choosing to do them because we want to do them, or it's just ingrained in us to do them? And I feel like all forms of media, all forms of your environment condition you to some extent to become a person, whether that's the person you want to be or the person you're intending to be or not. You're being conditioned every second of the day when you're exposing yourself to anything, whether that's conversations with people, the environment around you when you walk outside, your work, all kinds of things that you expose yourself to. And being able to constantly be aware of what you're doing is hard, man. It's so hard to just be in the moment and focused on this is what I'm doing right now, rather than just edging away and not even realizing what you're doing. You're just doing it because it's just feels comfortable, feels right.
Famous college football coach Nick Saban, one of his biggest quotes, phrases: "Be where your feet are." If you just be where your feet are physically, feel how your feet feel, where you're standing, take a look around, and be intentional with that in that moment, and do that step by step by step. If you're intentional about having a good day or having a good second, that'll lead to having. You do that long enough, you'll have a good minute. Do that long enough, you'll have a good hour. Do that long enough, good day, good week, good month, good year, good life.
You know what you need to do, John? You need to be a meditation guru or something like that. But seriously, though, meditation, that's exactly what you just described as meditation. Because I did guided meditation for a little while. I would find a YouTube video where they guide you through a meditation for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And that's exactly what they say. Start with sitting, feel your feet. And obviously, first you close your eyes, and then you just feel your body. Try to feel the different parts of your body. And if you can get to the point of focusing, which in and of itself is very hard because you have to shut off your mind, and you always have thoughts running through your head. But once you're able to shut that off, for me, it lasts maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds at a time. I can't really make it go longer than that. In that 30 seconds, if you actually try to feel different parts of your body, you can feel your fingers. You can actually discern the difference of how your finger feels compared to the rest of your body. You don't have to move it. You just can shift your focus to that part of your body.
Have you smoked weed before?
Oh, many times.
Do you remember the very first time you smoked weed?
I do remember, but I don't remember exactly how I felt when I first smoked weed.
There's one thing that you will for sure remember. You remember the hairs standing up on your skin?
Yeah, I do remember that. I don't know if that's because I was scared or if that's because that was the weed.
That was definitely just the weed and you just feeling your body.
Yeah.
That you had no other thoughts but just how do I feel right now in this moment. And you felt the hair stand up on your body. You're like, oh shit, I'm feeling tingly, and that's kind of how you should be during those times when you just be present. You just can feel. There was someone who actually taught me how to calm myself down during anxiety. So he just said, turn your hands over and feel your hands. Put one hand in your other hand and feel your hands, right? Flip them back over. How do your hands feel? You can say, oh, my hands feel heavy, or my hands feel whatever.
Clammy or whatever.
Right? But then you actually go through, it's like, okay, how do my hands truly feel? My hands feel tight, cold. My hands are red. You just go through all of the different emotions. And once you do that, you forget whatever you're anxious about or whatever you're depressed about. You know what I mean? You just are there existing in that moment, and you can appreciate it pretty much. So.
Do you meditate? I
suck at meditating. I can't focus that long because I have too much stuff going on.
Yeah, but I mean, it sounds like you have the ability to focus on the present down pat.
So I have the knowledge. I don't have the ability yet. I don't think that we'll ever have the ability to.
I think it goes back to what you said. You have good days and bad days. There's days where you can be present the whole day. There's days where you won't be present at all. You'll be in your head. You'll be thinking a lot.
And you can't. That's human nature. You cannot be mad at that. You can't be upset with it.
Yeah.
That's just how life is. And once you accept that, you'll be perfect.
Yeah, and a certain level of it is good, right? Because you should be anxious for certain situations. There's things you should go into with a certain level of fear. Right. That's smart. You're being smart. You're not being a dumbass. I'm going to go swim with some sharks. I should have a level of anxiety. I shouldn't be like, fuck it, here we go.
Exactly.
That's stupid. You gotta, certain levels of anxiety or anticipation is healthy. It's good. That's why our body's made that way, to kind of release those.
Everything
chemicals.
has a purpose and intention. So
exactly.
Just we have to use it correctly.
Have you ever read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle?
I've read a passage from it. I haven't read the entire thing.
I think you'd like that book. I was listening to it not too long ago, a few months ago, because I had actually went I think I went for one of my visits to check up with the doctor, and we had discussed it, and I had mentioned to him, like, you know, sometimes I do struggle with anxiety, sometimes I don't. It just depends on the day. And he recommended me that book, and the book is very focused on exactly what you talked about not too long ago, which is being able to focus on the present moment, being here, doing this. Like, I want to be in this moment. I don't want to worry about something that is a hypothetical situation that may not even happen. I don't want to worry about a future situation that could go many different ways. I just want to be prepared for any situation that could come of it. But that's in the future. I don't need to worry about that right now. I'm here now. I'm focused on this, whether that's sitting, whether that's reading a book, whether that's working. That book is so powerful about kind of just bringing you back to the moment. Because even while reading the book, he would say things that would make me come back to the moment. Because I would get distracted even reading the book. Like, I would start thinking about other stuff while I'm reading, and then I'd see a passage, or I was using the audiobook, so I'd hear something he said that would draw me right back to the present moment. Like, right back to the present moment. And you feel so much better when you're in the now, when you're not stressed thinking about all kinds of other stuff that could happen, and you're fantasizing or daydreaming. You feel so much better. You feel, I would say, alive at its peak, you know, when you're in the moment like that.
I honestly struggle a lot with it, even in this podcast. Like, we've probably been talking for an hour, which I agree, it doesn't feel like an hour.
It doesn't. It goes long.
Time flies.
Yeah.
But you notice I haven't checked my phone. But because I haven't checked my phone, sometimes my mind is wandering, and I have to tell myself, like, all right, let me stay here and be in the moment, like, focus on this conversation. It's definitely something that we have to practice, and if there are books and stuff out there that can help with that process, hopefully I go down, when people bring up that book, they'll start to bring up my brand, like, oh, you should wear this clothing brand that reminds you of it. But we'll see, hopefully.